Boys and girls, today we're on fractions on a number line, lesson 8.5 on page 467. And we're going to look at how you can represent and locate fractions on a number line. That's our focus today. So it's just another way for us to look at fractions and maybe make it easier for us to work with fractions by using a number line. Let's look at Unlock the Problem. It says, Billy's family is traveling from his house to his grandma's house. They stop at gas stations when they are 1/4 and 3/4 of the way there. How can you represent those distances on a number line? It does say, right here, you can use a number line to show fractions. The length from one whole number to the next whole number represents one whole. But the line can be divided into any number of equal parts or lengths. A point on a number line shows the endpoint of a length or distance from zero. A number or fraction can name the distance. That's what we'll be looking at today. Alright, here we have Billy's house. We're going to locate fractions on a number line. We're going to create kind of a fraction strip in this workspace right here. Alright, so we have Billy's house, Grandma's house. It's what was said, it was 1 mile, or was it 1 mile? I think it was just a distance from Billy's house, which is 0, to Grandma's house. The end point, we'll just call it 1, right? Okay, it did say, if you remember, I'll draw a line way up here, they stopped at 1/4 and 3/4 spots. Okay, so that means we need to divide this whole fraction strip right here into roughly 4 equal parts. Okay, now they've done the first fourth for us right here, and then the next fourth will stop right here, and the next fourth will be right here, and then the end, as we know, is right here. Okay. So there's kind of my fraction strip as best as I can do. And I followed step 1. It said divide the line into 4 equal lengths or fourths. And then we're going to place 1/4 fraction strips end to end above the line to help. So I kind of created those fraction strips there. At the end of each strip, draw a mark on the line. So here I'll do that in red. Draw a mark on the number line at the end of each fraction strip. Okay, so you can see my line and the fraction strips more or less match up there. Step 3, count the fourths from 0 to 1 to label the distances from 0. So let's look at this a little closer. Here is the starting point. We have gone nowhere, that's why it's 0. And then the bottom number, the denominator, is a 4 because our fraction strip is divided into 4 equal parts. Now if we look at our first red dash right here, look at that. Okay. Now here we have gone 1 fraction strip. We started here and we went to here, so we've gone the length of one of them, and we have a total of 4. If we move over to the second red mark, again we travel some more. So this, from here, we had gone 1 spot, and now we're going all the way to this part, and now we got 2 out of 4, or 2/4. And then the next one is 3/4. That's this spot right here. And when we get to the very end, that's going to be 4/4. So that's how we can look at a fraction strip to help us count fractions. Alright, let's see step 4. It says think 1/4 is 1 out of 4 lengths. Draw a point at 1/4 to represent the distance from 0 to 1/4. Label the point. I have to erase that so we can see what it says, G1. So we're going to label this point. Instead of a line, I'm going to change it. You don't have to change it though, you can just leave it as a little line. So there I've got my point. We're going to label it G1. That's where they stopped the first time, at the gas station. I think that's why they use G for gas. And then think 3/4, 3 out of 4 equal lengths. We'll draw a point at 3/4 to represent the distance from 0 to 3/4, and they want us to label it G2. So here's my point on the number line, and I'll label it G2. You should as well. Okay, so that's how we're going to use fraction strip. Let's go to the next page and look at another example. It does say you can use colored pencils. Your regular pencil is fine. We're going to write the fraction that names the point on the number line. Think, this number line is divided into 6 equal lengths, or sixths. The length of one equal part is 1/6. Now I wrote my whole fraction and kind of split that blue line. Yours actually should be above it, and let me fix my example here, give myself some more room. There we go, should be 1/6, like this. Okay. Or we can write it like this, either one. Okay. So here we have a fraction strip, and start at the beginning. There's 0/6. We go one strip, there's 1/6. We travel the distance of another one to this blue spot here, that's 2/6. Travel another one to this blue spot here, that's 3/6. And we can continue on, this is 4/6. And we get to the dot here, the point, and that is traveling 5 out of the 6 lengths. And the last spot right here is 6/6. We've done the whole thing. It says shade the fraction strip to show the location of the point. And the point again is right here. So we'll need to shade that fraction strip to that point, which is right like this. Okay. So we stop right where the point is. We imagine, oops, sorry about that. I wanted to change to a marker. We imagine a line going straight up, and that's where we stop shading. So now if we look at this part right here, it says there are 5 out of 6 equal lengths shaded. The shaded length shows 5/6. So five sixths names the point. Wherever you have your point, right here, you imagine a line going straight up. You could shade everything before that and then count up all those fraction strips. Alright, share and show. Let's do number 1 together and 2, and you can do 3 and 4 on your own. It says complete the number line, draw a point to show 2/3. So we have to do that part, draw a point to show 2/3. So if I look at my number line, that's 0/3. This would be 1/3. This is the spot where I have 2/3. So I'm going to draw a point on my number line right there. There's my number line, or there's my point. So I follow directions so far, and it does say complete the number line. So this spot here, I need my denominator here, and the bottom number is how many total parts there are. And we can see there are 1, 2, 3 parts to my fraction strip. So my fraction is 0/3. This spot is 1/3 because it went one distance of the fraction strip. Went a second part here, so now that is now 2/3. And then finally the full distance is 3/3. Alright, let's look at the fraction strip underneath that. We'll do number 2 together, and then you can do 3 and 4 on your own. It says write the fraction that names the point. So point A is right here. Okay. And so I just need to write the fraction that shows that point. And if we look closely, we can see that it is divided into 8 parts. We have eighths. So this is 0, 1/8, 2/8, and here's point A is now at 3/8. Again, I traveled 3 of them, right? Traveled 1. Whoops, sorry about that again. Need to change away from the highlighter. There's 1 of them, 2 of them, and 3 of them. Do the same thing. Sorry about that. Do the same things for points. What do I have here? B and C. And then after you have share and show checked, you can move on to your assignment. Best of luck. Work hard, boys and girls. Persevere. Show integrity. And as always, this is Mr. P, and I am out.